Hi, it's James from Hidden Depths Coaching. A clip today, as I said, it's not a Monday clip because I'm just going to do it whenever I feel like doing it. And what I thought I would quickly talk about today is the importance of timing, right? And you know, often it makes me remember like when you were young, and maybe you need, like for a lad, I wanted a new pair of football boots or trainers or something, right? You know, well, I would never ask my dad on a Monday morning as he was leaving to go to work if I could get a new pair of trainers. You know, I would wait until he'd been out at the pub on a Saturday having a few beers and he was quite happy, and then I'd say, like, fancy getting me these football boots or these trainers? And it was like, no problem, son, of course you could, right? So when we were very young, we understood timing, right? We understood when was a good time to do something and when was a bad time to do something. But that seems to be a thing that we deliberately have let go of, that intuitive side of us that knows when's the right time to have a chat and when's the time just to leave it alone. And I think what causes most destruction in people's life is never the intention of what's going on. It's never actually the actual thing that's going on. It's you hit a person with your own stuff and it's not a good time for the other person, or vice versa. And you know, most conversation, because I think communication is a thing that is important to everything. We talk about like loads of stuff, you know, and I like laws of attraction and everything else, but you try and tell somebody to be positive at a time or focus on good stuff when they're not in the right place, that timing is way off. And that's where coaching comes in. Like, you know, getting that ability to know the right time to speak to somebody, getting that ability to know when you should say something at the right time. And that's what changes things. If somebody says, you can have heard something like 100 times over, but somebody tells you it just at that right time, and the timing is perfect, and you get it. Because the fog lifts and the words just get in. And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people are getting themselves stressed and getting themselves into, you know, even work situations, relationship situations, stuff with their friends, and it's all because the timing's off. And if the timing was right, people would hear you, because if they're stuck in their own fog, they're never ever going to hear you. And it's like putting a holiday form in at your work on a Monday morning. It just sends off this signal that you don't want to be there. It's like, and I was like a manager, that used to annoy me, because people used to put holiday forms in. I'd be like, you're actually showing as you come to work that the first thing you want to do is get away from it again. And it's like, it was these things. And I think what's developed in me, the more I do the job that I do, is that I'm getting very good at my timing. Not all the time. I can still mess it up with my own stuff that's close to me. But you know, really with people I work with, you know, other situations, like I just always kind of wait for a better timing to deliver what's an important truth. Because sometimes if you deliver it at the wrong time, it could just cause more damage than the intended good that you're trying to put across. So yeah, that's what I thought I'd talk about today, is just a wee bit on timing. I think if the timing is right, things are perfect, and I think if it's off, it causes more damage than good. And often we try our best to make something better by making it worse. I know that was one of the things that I discovered with myself, is, you know, I'm always trying to make things better, but before I had the skills that I've got in coaching, I often used to make it worse, but I couldn't just leave things alone, you know. And over the years I'm starting to learn that you know, the benefits of pure communication at the right time. So yeah, have a wee thought on that. Have a wee thought on, before you deliver something that's important to someone, make sure the environment's right and make sure the timing's right. Because the more your timing's right, the more people will hear that authentic side of you, that real you. Because sometimes when it's delivered at the wrong time, too much emotion gets in and it comes across as anger, arrogance, or actually you're kind of talking down to the person. Where if you know, it's like telling a punchline of a joke, it needs to be at the end, so the timing needs to be good. But have a think about your own time, and have a think about, you know, do you speak to people when you're already up there, or do you wait until you're in a good place and then go and speak to them? Because yeah, I think a lot of things would be saved, and there'd be a lot of fights and disagreements that would happen, wouldn't it happen, if people would just think about their timing, and then when the time's right, actually act on it rather than leave it. Because what often happens is you'll get to the point where you've got yourself in the right timing, and then you decide to bottle it and not have the conversation. Trust me on this. Any communication that's delivered with the right intention at the right time will be received in the right manner that it should. But you get them all mixed up and it just doesn't come across right. So anyway, listen, wee clip for today. Think about your timing and what you do with things. Because often your words, the words don't mean much if it's coming from the wrong place of intention. So just make sure things are right. Make sure it's a good timing for yourself or whoever else you want to have the chat with, and then have an open and honest chat. And I guarantee you, wait till you see the difference. Wait till you see how better it comes. Whether it be stuff in your work, your relationship, or something that's important to you, you really want to talk to somebody about. Pick your timing, and I guarantee it works out just perfect. Alright, listen, it's a wee clip for today. Hope you enjoy it, and give it a wee share with anybody that it might help. I've got a few tickets for my workshop this weekend, so it's only like 3 or 4 days away. So listen, it's a real deal. It's the last time I'm going to be doing this 2-day workshop to such a smaller crowd. So if you really want to get in and start understanding yourself more, you know, I talk about laws of attraction. The more you understand you, the more you'll attract. So that's why it's laws of attraction explained. You know, so if you want to come on board, you can get your ticket at www.hiddendepthscoaching.com. All right, cheers, have a good day. Bye.